It was one of those games that had multiple heroes for the Turkey Valley Trojans. Just about everybody on the team is a come-from-behind, walk-off 7-6 win in round one of the 2011 baseball tournament, 7-6 over Sumner-Fredericksburg at New Hampton on Saturday night. The Trojans fell behind early, as Sumner-Fred picked up 3 runs in the first, another run in the second. It was 4-0 before the Trojans finally got on the board. And the first hero of the night came forward as Jordan Mitchell, drew a walk, stole second, and then Michael Novotny singled him home to make it 4-1. And then just a few pitches later, Brady Kennan, what he has done so often during this baseball season, took one deep to left center field for a 2-run shot to narrow it down to 4-3. And it looked like the Trojans were right back in it. However, Jordan Mitchell, who had come on in relief, went wild in the fourth, walked 3 batters in a row. Coach Dan Steppen went to the bullpen for the second time in the game. In came Joe Schmidt. He struck out the 3 and 4 hitters for the Cougars. And then, the Trojans had a couple of bad plays, let in a couple of runs that should not have scored, and that increased the lead up to 6-3 at that point. But the Trojans came right back in it. Bottom of the fourth, Ben Novotny with 1-out single. Blair Busta got hit by a pitch. And then Jordan Mitchell doubled in a couple of runs. And the Trojans were unable to score after Michael Novotny got a single, putting runners on first and third, and the Trojans were unable to score. The Trojans also did not score in the fifth or the sixth, so the score stood at 6-5 as Jordan Schmidt, on in relief, was almost unhittable. He only gave up 1 hit in his 4 innings for his heroics on the night. But then came the real heroics in the bottom of the seventh. Before we get to that, we should mention 2 phenomenal plays. One by Blair Busta that saved a couple of runs for sure. Another by Ben Novotny. Ben went into left center, made a diving catch, and Blair Busta, with a runner on second and 1 out, back in the 6th inning, made a phenomenal play, diving from his shortstop position into short left center field, got the ball and got it in time to second base for the double play, and that helped the Trojans get out of the 6th inning. But now let's set the stage for inning number 7, when the 2 guys that really rose above even all the other heroes for Turkey Valley on the night, when Joe Schmidt, with 1 out, singled. And then it was quickly followed by a double by Brooks Milbrand on a fastball that he just drilled. It was just a few feet, maybe even inches, from going out for a 2-run walk-off home run. It ended up a double. Joe Schmidt scored the tying run. And Sumner-Fred went to the bullpen for the first time on the night in a 6-6 ball game. And in stepped senior catcher Ben Schmidt on a 2-1 pitch. He lined a single to center. Brooks Milbrand came racing home with the winning run, and the Trojans move on in the tournament and will play New Hampton at New Hampton on Tuesday night coming up, a 7 o'clock ball game. Well, we caught up with 2 of the heroes of the night, Brooks Milbrand and Ben Schmidt. Let's pick up on those interviews.
Talking with Brooks Milbrand, had the big double in the 7th inning. Not only do you tie the ball game up, then you score the winning run. It's got to be the thrill of a lifetime.
Oh yeah, it is. I just try to put the ball in play and keep the game going as long as you could.
Well, you were about 5-10 feet away from a home. That was right off the top of the fence, wasn't it? I mean, you were headed into second on that in right center field, right in front of you. Was it right off the top of the fence?
Yeah. I guess need to get in the weight room a little more.
Yeah, one more bench press, it would have probably been out of here. But what a big hit for the ball club. But you lift the team up and keep the season going, and that's what this is all about right now.
Yep.
And yet, not only did the bats come through there at the end, but also we had a couple of big plays, one by Ben Novotny, another by Blair Busta, and that's very important.
Yeah, defense wins games, so.
All right, Brooks Milbrand had the big double in the 7th to tie it and then score the winning run for the Turkey Valley Trojan. Talking with Ben Schmidt, catcher, game-winning RBI in the bottom of the 7th. Ben, something a guy waits his entire life winning the big tournament game.
Yeah, all the coaches came up to me. They said, hit the ball or get on base. We need one of the two, and they said, we'll take the base. So I just nutted up and hit the ball, I guess.
Nice line drive right up the middle. That's a tailor-made play right at that point with Brooks on second to bring him in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. If I hit it off the barrel, it usually hits hard somewhere. I just have trouble hitting it off the barrel a lot.
I think it was a 2-0 count, wasn't it? He missed on a couple of pitches, and then he came in.
2-1. Yeah, he missed it too low, and then threw one down the pipe, and it's either going to throw it down the pipe or it's going to be in the dirt, but I'm going to take a stab at it either way. So.
Well, Tuesday night, any preference? New Hampton Southwind. It's just great to be playing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm happy we got this far, and hopefully we can keep going, but we've seen them both, and they both play hard, so whichever one comes out on top.
Ben Schmidt, Turkey Valley catcher, had the big game-winning hit for the Trojans tonight.
Well, that's what you have to love about tournament baseball. It sure is exciting. And this was a type of ball game that who knows how far this team can go. They have another tough one coming up on Tuesday night. But what a win. 7-6 as they score twice in the bottom of the 7th. And Turkey Valley moves on to round 2 of the 2011 Class AA baseball tournament. Reporting for WDDnews.com, I'm Randy Novotny.